In early September 2025, as dawn broke over the jagged skyline of Colorado's Front Range, a lone figure moved through the mist. Kilian Jornet, the man whose name has become synonymous with mountains, was beginning something that even he wasn't sure was possible. A journey across America's highest peaks, connected not by roads or records, but by his own 2 feet and the simple motion of a bicycle. He called it states of elevation, 72 summits, each higher than 14,000 feet. The legendary 14ers of the continental United States. Over 31 days, Kilian would climb them all, linking them across 3 vast states: Colorado, California, and Washington. Without external transport, powered only by his own body, it was not a race, not a competition. It was a line drawn through wild places, a test of endurance, and a meditation on movement itself. For Kilian, the project began as a simple idea, a line on a map, a spark of curiosity. But as with many of his adventures, it grew into something far greater. A dialogue between man and mountain, solitude and suffering, humility and joy. The first summit came on September 3rd, Longs Peak, Colorado. Standing above the clouds, Kilian looked out toward the distant ridges, knowing that beyond each horizon waited dozens more. Colorado alone held 56 peaks above 14,000 feet. Linking them would demand not just speed, but relentless patience, an almost monastic discipline. Each day began before sunrise. Sometimes the only sound was the crunch of frozen scree under his shoes. Other times, storms rolled in with violent wind and lightning, forcing him to move fast, think faster, and trust instinct over comfort. He spent as much as 16 hours a day in motion. A rhythm of running, climbing, descending, refueling, and repeating. In the evenings when most people slept, he was still moving. Sometimes alone under a headlamp beam, sometimes with a friend or local runner who joined for a stretch of trail. What made States of Elevation extraordinary wasn't just the physical achievement, it was the connection between the peaks. Between Mount Elbert and Pikes Peak, the Elks Range and the Nolans 14 Traverse, he crossed entire regions under his own power. Many of these routes take days or weeks for a team to complete. Kilian flowed through them as if following a single breath that began in Colorado and refused to end. When he finally crested his 56th Colorado summit, the transition began, not an end, but a change of terrain. He switched running shoes for a bicycle, clipped into the pedals, and pointed west. Ahead lay more than 1,400 kilometers of asphalt and gravel, the long road to California. He pedaled through heat across high plains and deserts, carrying little more than essentials, food, tools, water, and the same quiet determination that has guided his entire career. For most of the world, cycling that far would be a challenge in itself. For Kilian, it was simply the bridge to the next mountain range. California greeted him with new challenges. Thin air giving way to dry desert, granite walls, and snow-covered ridges. The White Mountains rose out of the arid earth like an ancient spine, their peaks harsh and wind-scoured. Farther west, the Sierra Nevada offered technical traverses that tested both endurance and mountaineering skill. Among them was the Norman Traverse, 13 peaks along a rugged knife-edge skyline.